What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. No Waves, and you already know it's LA Laker Nation. You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to talk about the Lakers right now. We're going to talk about the team that they say tanked to avoid the Lakers in the first round of the playoffs. We're talking about that. LA Clippers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Now, everybody knows I don't like the Clippers. I fucking hate the Clippers. The Clippers, in my eyes, suck. Why? Because year after year, they brag about being so much better than the Lakers. Oh, we're going to make the playoffs. The Lakers haven't. Oh, we're going to do this. The Lakers haven't. Last time I checked, the Lakers have won 17 world titles. The Clippers have not won anything in LA since they've been in LA. And they are the team of LA since LA came to the Lakers. Since the Lakers came from Minnesota, from Minneapolis. That's right, from Minneapolis. Since the Lakers came from over there, come to LA. And yet they are the more dominant team in LA. So, with that being said, let's talk about the Clippers and the Mavericks series. Okay, Clippers have lost. Not only did they lose game 1, but they're on the verge of losing game 2 to Luka Doncic and, of course, Kristaps Porzingis. Now, you might think this is kind of odd. Like, how is that possible? They have 2 of the best 3-and-D wing defenders in the league. And Kawhi Leonard and PG Paul George. I'm not going to call him playoff P because he has not shown any playoff P type moments. Okay? I'm not going to call him playoff P. You can call him playoff loser P, George. You can call him loser George. Because his best playoff games were in Indiana when he was playing for the Pacers, when he was going against LeBron in the Eastern Conference. He comes to the West Coast and does literally nothing. He's been abysmal since he left Indiana. Now, some people might say you're too harsh on Paul George. I'm not harsh enough. Listen, I respect him as a player, and the simple fact is, yes, pre-injury, Paul George has not been the same guy he was before injury. Post-injury, Paul George is a totally different monster. He's reckless, he's wild, he attacks the rim with vigor and vogue and mean, and his demeanor like he cannot be stopped. But now, he's a little hesitant. His scoring is abysmal. Some nights he has it, some nights he doesn't. You don't know what kind of Paul George you're going to get. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can suit up. He can say his name is Paul, but he could be George one day, and then the next day he could be Paul in the next game. And you don't know who is who. You don't know who's who. You know what I'm saying? If he's George, oh, well, guess what? Everybody's blowing by him. He's not stopping anything, and he's not making any shots. But if he's Paul, you're going to guarantee that he's going to make some shots. But I'm not going to say he's going to stop everybody. He's not going to stop everybody that comes up. He has to guard that night, but he will stop majority of them. But that's if he's Paul, and Paul's locked in. But if he's just George, well, he's just been George for the past couple of games. We're just going to put it like that, okay? He's just been George. Now, for them to tank and avoid the Lakers only to put themselves in a more dangerous situation and facing Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic. With Luka Doncic, man, that's a monster. That's a big boy. 6'8", 245 pounds. Can handle the ball, shoot the ball, drive the ball, and pass the ball. Makes plays for his other team. Can carry a team by himself. By himself. Did I not say that? By himself. Doesn't need Kristaps to be Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn, the 7'3" guy that can do pretty much everything on the court that Luka can do, but a little slower and a little bit more finesse. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. The 2 Spaniards, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, for me, I look at the Clippers games, and I'm looking like, 127 to 121, what's the backstory of this? What is Kawhi doing? What is Paul doing? What is the rest of the team doing? Because you know they got Rajon Rondo. They said if they got Rajon Rondo, he would be the what they call him, the leveler, the guy who gets those guys together, brings the team together. Don't you have Patrick Beverly? Oh, I forgot. You got rid of Lemon Pepper Lou, sweet Lemon Pepper Lou. You got rid of him. Now he's in Atlanta doing whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer a part of you guys. So what is going on in Clipperville? Let's find out, are we? Let's find out, okay? Let's find out what's going on with the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? We see Kristaps Porzingis, 32 minutes, had 20 points, 4 rebounds. Timmy Hardaway Jr. Timmy Hardaway Jr. The man dropped 28 points. Who's guarding that guy? Had 5 assists, 1 rebound. Who's guarding that guy? Luka Doncic, 39 points, 7 assists, 4. Let me get that right. 6 rebounds. Rebounds for this guy. Who's guarding that guy? Okay, Dennis Finney Smith, 3 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. 5 rebounds, okay? You got Keebler. He had 13 points, 3 and 4. So 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Okay. Richardson had 9 points, 3 and 2. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Okay. Willie Cauley-Stein Jr. Cauley-Stein Jr. had 6 points and 6 rebounds in 15 minutes. Pretty much wraps up everybody that scored for the Dallas Mavericks, okay? The Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic put on a show. With a supporting cast, with a strong supporting cast, a formidable three. Like I said, who's guarding Timmy Hardaway Jr.? Who's guarding Luka Doncic? Who's guarding those guys? Okay, because aren't those perimeter guys you're supposed to be worried about? Doesn't those guys kind of fit the position of a Kawhi Leonard type Paul George matchup? Huh? Don't you want to put one of those key defenders on one of those guys? Can't you slow one of them up? I know it's a task to slow down Luka Doncic, but can you please put somebody on Timmy? I understand you don't want Kristaps Porzingis going off, but golly, somebody got to stop something. I'm sorry. I thought it was the coach last year, but I guess it might just be the players. It might just be the players, because now you got Mr. Getting stepped over by Allen Iverson himself. You got Tyronn Lue as your head coach, and you would think he would know a thing or two about defense. I guess not. Okay, let's talk about the Clippers. Let's see what happened in the Clippers. Okay, Kawhi Leonard dropped 41 points. 41 points. Paul George, abysmal. 28 points. 28. He dropped 28. Okay, Marcus Morris, 9 points. Reggie Jackson, 15. T-Man, 8. Nick Batum, 9. Serge Ibaka, the great Serge Ibaka, 2 freaking points. 2. I understand why they didn't get much clock. You guarding Kristaps Porzingis. You can't guard that guy because he's 6'10", and Luka and Kristaps is 7'3". I get it. But who's guarding Timmy Hardaway Jr.? Who's guarding Luka Doncic? I don't see him. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, let's look at the stats. Okay. The Dallas Mavericks had 82 shots. They made 48. So they shot a percentage of 58%. Again, the shots put up are pretty much matched. Okay. The Clippers, they had 84 shots. They made 45. They shot a 53% from the field. The 3-point percentage, okay? They shot 34. Dallas shot 34 shots, only made 18. They shot an average of 52%. The Clippers shot 33 threes, hit 13. They shot 39% from the field on 3-point percentage. Free throws, Another close battle. Another close battle there. This is unacceptable for the Dallas Mavericks. You have some of the best free throw shooters in the game. You shot 13. You made 13 out of 24. That's a 54%. 54% from the free throw line. Unacceptable. If you're trying to win a championship, that just doesn't work that way, buddy. The free throw percentage has to go up. Clippers, kudos. 18 out of 20, 90%. Kudos to you guys for making your free throws. They are free points they are free points. You hit the step to the line, there's nobody blocking you. So how hard it is to make a free throw. Okay, total rebounds. The Clippers out-rebounded the Dallas Mavericks, 39-34. The Clippers had more offensive rebounds, 9-4. Total assists, Dallas Mavericks, 25. Clippers, 23. Blocks, Dallas Mavericks, 4. Clippers, 3. Steals, Dallas Mavericks, 8. Clippers had 7. Total turnovers, Dallas had 11. Clippers had 13. Points in the paint, Clippers, you had 50. And you didn't win the game. You had 50. Well, I understand why you didn't win the game. You only outscored them by 6. The Dallas Mavericks had 44 points in the paint. Personal fouls, Dallas had 19. Clippers had 22. The backstory of this game, what I would say, would be how great Luka Doncic was tonight. He's going to take away all the shine that Kawhi Leonard could have possibly had with the 41 points in the game. You're down 0-2. You're down 0-2 in the first round of the playoffs. You Clippers, for a team that was predicted to be number 1 in the West, be the favorites to win a championship. To be the favorites to win a championship. You're down 0-2 to a team who basically almost had to play a play-in game. Think about that. You tanked so you can get this matchup, only to go down 0-2. You don't take the Dallas Mavericks lightly. You're posing, you're flexing, you're doing all these weird stare downs, and you can't win a game. Yeah, I saw the photos of Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, flexing, staring down Luka Doncic or whoever the guy was that was on the floor after you guys must have had a block or something. Yeah, something to be happy about, but guess what? You're down 2-0. 0-2 against the Clippers. Well, no. 0-2 against the Dallas Mavericks. You were at home. Need I remind you, you were at home. Both games were in LA. Now you have to go back to Dallas. You don't have to, you got to find a way to steal one, bring the series back home, and try to end the series. But I don't see that happening. I'm scratching my head on this because all this talk at the beginning of the season, how the Clippers were so much better than the Lakers. So much better than the Lakers. What am I seeing here? I'm not seeing anything that shows better than the Lakers. Lakers are facing the number 2 team in the Western Conference. And yet, they're 1-1. Should have won. It should be 2-0, but we just gonna take it 1-1 because the Lakers didn't show up in game 1. But when it matters the most, and the agenda is they went to Phoenix and they wanted to steal a game. They stole a game. Now the Lakers have a better chance of basically taking this one home and doing what the hell, excuse me, French, doing what the Lakers want to do. But the Clippers, you guys are in a lot of trouble. And I mean a lot of trouble. Because you're pretty much in a situation where Timmy Hardaway Jr. has developed some confidence in the past 2 games. He has developed some confidence, so he's going to be a player that you're going to have to be aware of. Because obviously it looks like you're taking him too lightly. You're too busy trying to play off of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. You're forgetting the man can shoot. The man can attack the rim. The man can dunk. He can hurt you. And he's showing it. And if you guys don't wake up, he's going to be the reason why you guys don't make it out the first round of the playoffs. So keep your nicknames and all your monikers. Hold your monikers. Because guess what? The Clippers are in trouble. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that's right. The Clippers are in trouble. They're on the verge of getting swept out the Western Conference first round of the playoffs. Which wouldn't be surprising to most people. It would be shocking to all the NBA fans of now. But the people in LA, they know. They know who runs LA. They know. Because, like I said, they hang banners, not selfies. They hang banners, not selfies. So, it's not going to be a surprise to the real fans of LA. I'm sorry, Clipper fans. It is what it is. You guys just got to you got to hit the drawing boards. You got to get back together. You got to put something together because it's obviously not working. It's obviously not working. So, with that being said, peace, love, and respect. It's your boy, Mr. No Waves, and I'm out of here.